For this practice challenge, I would like you to have a go at designing your own performance space. Now this can either be based on an existing performance space that you already know of, or from your own imagination, which is exactly what I've done here as a demonstration. So you can see that I've started this particular drawing with a simple orange square to represent my stage area, and then drawn a theatre space around it. Now I've not included everything that a theatre has, but you can see that I've started with an auditorium with some auditorium seats using the symbol that we created at the beginning of the sessions, and I've added some doorways and some walls. I've added a basic front of house area and some front of house access with some stairwells, a backstage crossover and some backstage areas that the backstage staff might use. And then from there we can add in some labels so that everyone knows what each area is, and I've added in some hatching to denote where the solid concrete walls actually exist. I would like you to consider the size of real life objects such as doorways and the thickness of concrete walls and brick walls, the measurements of auditorium seating or the distance that they need to be apart for auditorium access. Afterwards, you may want to consider adding in some lighting bars and some tech galleries so that we can actually have a real functioning theatre space. You may also consider adding in some masking. And finally, I'd like you to put in some dimensions, thinking about what measurements somebody working technically in your venue may want to know. Then, taking your ground plan as a 2D footprint, I would like you to turn it into a 3D model. So you could start with maybe the internal walls and start to extrude them up and add some stairs and maybe a seating bank like we've got here. And then we can start to add in some external walls and some roofing structure. Once you've got structures in the way that you maybe want to remove temporarily in order to be able to see inside of your building, there's a simple little tool that's worth knowing about. If I select a couple of these objects, down at the bottom right here we have the ability to hide objects or isolate them. So I'm going to choose hide, and you can see that they now, although they still exist, they're temporarily hidden, so that allows me access into my actual model. And then finally, add in some materials, thinking about what everything's made of. Have we got transparent glass, or floor tiles, concrete, or soft furnishings and fabrics? So have some fun and have a go at creating your own 3D model of a performance space.